to be honest.
Oh shit!
You know, because we're gonna throw the ball. You know, we're gonna throw that ball. I think he can have that Ahmad season.
Oh, okay.
Look. Okay, so look, Kobe Young. How many yards Kobe Young had last year?
Name another UM wide receiver that had Amon Richard freshman season.
Michael Irvin.
Oh shit! And that's what I mean. You see what just happened?
30 years ago.
But look, they don't come often. They don't come like that often. So I mean,
they don't. You think JoJo is as polished as Amon Richards was coming in? We know he's as talented, right?
Yes,
Do you think he's as polished as a receiver?
Yes.
I know he's super talented, and when you ask who's making waves down there, the first name they say is
Ahmad might have had more speed, more breakaway speed, maybe. But I think JoJo is as polished as it get. You don't get as polished as JoJo.
You think Ahmad was faster than JoJo?
I think Ahmad came in with some tools though that a lot of kids don't come in with, bro. Like some route tools. Like I think Ahmad like was polished coming out of high school. I think though is about as talented as an athlete can get. But damn, X, you talking Michael Irvin, Amon Richards, and JoJo?
Man, okay. So what was the record? What is Ahmad? Ahmad is at what 900? Is 900 something yards, right?
Yeah.
I think he can get up between 7 to 800. I think, to be honest.
Who you talking about, JoJo?
Yeah.
You got him as a starter, X?
Yeah. I think he's gonna start.
What about the rest of y'all? Who y'all think is starting?
We know it's gonna be Jacoby and X, but I think it's gonna be Horton as the third starter. Because I think being 6'4" gives them just another dynamic. So those are my three guys.
That's what I'm thinking too for spring. Not necessarily for fall, but that's what I'm thinking for spring. Because of that same reason.
What Ham 305 talking about down there?
He said Nye Carr. He's better than JoJo.
Better than no. Read the rest of it.
No Florida receiver making noise since forever.
Now everybody stop. Right? Can we name any Florida receiver anywhere that's making noise?
Well, first of all, we never get him at Miami, so it doesn't matter.
Well, can we name any receiver from Florida, Medi, that's making noise?
In college football right now or NFL?
Any fucking where. I don't give a fuck where you at. NFL, USFL, any Florida receiver. Come on, can we name something?
Big deal.
Well, what kind of noise? Because X was rated what in the ACC? Like what kind of noise we talking about?
He was a first team. He was a first team All ACC receiver.
So what kind of noise are we talking about?
Zay Flowers noise. I mean,
that's noise.
Any other Florida receivers in college football making any fucking?
Yeah, they just don't come to Miami. They don't come to Miami. We miss them every year.
But are there any Florida receivers making noise? That's the question.
Yeah, what's his name about to get drafted this year? Coming from Georgia. The guy who was at St. Thomas, who went to
Rosemary.
Marcus Rosemary.
Well, shit, we just had the number one wide receiver in the nation coming out of high school.
Jeremiah, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jr.
He corrected himself.
Thank you. Here we go. Now we talking. Now we talking. Right, now we're talking. Okay.
That's what I figured. Yeah, they usually leave. We had what? We had Thornton, who we turned to an NFT. Shout out to Apple. We turned to an NFT. He had the fastest
KJ Osborne.
KJ Osborne. I mean, well, yeah.
He's not from Florida.
He's still in the league.
KJ Osborne from Florida.
He went to UM.
Yeah, remember KJ Osborne went to IMG.
He's from Minnesota. He's like from Minnesota or some shit. He went to Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Well, he did go to IMG. My bad. He did go to IMG.
Yeah, he ain't from Miami. Damn, who I just said? Who I just said on this thumb?
Somebody said Jacoby and X. Yeah, I think Jacoby and X
X
about to
just
go
made
fucking crazy this year.
X just made all fucking ACC. Like, I don't know what kind of noise are we talking about, bro?
I think Jacoby
Y'all
is
literally just sit here and saw X be an all ACC guy. I don't get
And
it.
I will argue if the ACC wasn't sucking off Florida State, because we know that those two receivers at Florida State were not better than JG3.
I agree.
And that's me being completely objective, right? They just had a better record, so they had to put them in the conversation.
Right.
So okay, so I just wanted, that kind of bothered. I just wanted to get that straight right there. Nakar better than JoJo. It's not too many people better than JoJo. Period, across the nation.
Yeah,
like I keep explaining to people that JoJo,
and even that's subjective.
JoJo somehow became a 5-star playing next to Jeremiah since he was 9 years old, and somehow still became a 5-star. So I want you to put your child on the field, right, with a guy like Jeremiah, and then ask your child to become a 5-star. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Derrick. Hard to do. Look at Derrick Henry's stats when he was in high school. This man, since he was a freshman, got over 30 carries a game. What I'm saying by that is, how hard was it for JoJo to become a 5-star when you had a kid who was a generational talent next to him since he was 9 years old, to Streeter's point?
Right.
Because if you were a running back and you played while Derrick Henry was there, you sat on the bench for 4 years.
Hey,
now, granted.
How do we even get on that topic? Because I'm lost. What happened?
Yeah, granted, he played at UV High School where they pick oranges and chase rabbits. He didn't have the greatest competition come out of high school. He played in like Central Florida where nothing happens.
That's in Jacksonville, but make it even worse, because you're right, he did play at a small school. But even if you was at a quarterback and you was like, "Hey, coach, could I throw the ball?" The coach would be like, "Man, you ask me that question again, your ass is gonna be on the bench."
Right.
In fact, you asked me that question again, you running Wildcat.
Somebody put up a comment, X. So listen, so moving along. So KB, who your 3? Because y'all just shitting on Horton.
That was my 3. My 3 was George, Restrepo, and Horton, because, like I say, different dynamic. And I think you can different dynamic putting that 6'4" guy out there on the boundary.
What about you, Rich? You said your 3?
Yeah, same as KB. So Horton, X, and JG. And the reason I say Horton now is because of just that we need a big body. We need a big body receiver. So I don't know if that changes because JoJo is so much more better, but we gotta have. I mean, we struggle with this tall receiver thing. I don't. You know, we'll see what happens. But that's what I got.
Again, in Dawson's offense, he don't need no 6'4" wide receiver to be the best receiver. He just need a receiver that's gonna run the route and catch the ball. I think that's the only issue with Horton is his route running still. I don't think his route running is gotten to where it needs to be for him to be that guy.
Charles can bring up a good point, because we spent ad nauseum. We spent time ad nauseum last season discussing this. Me, Rich, and KB have said we love X. We love what he does. We love his route running, the way he gets his depth of route, but he's never going to be that explosive caliber of player like we talk about JG3. And in some cases, when he did get the ball thrown to him, Kobe Young. Would y'all agree with this statement? If X leads the team in receptions again, not yardage, but receptions, we in trouble?
Man, Ham 305 is over here. Just I can't even.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I don't.
Matty, who your 3? Who your 3 is, Matty?
My 3?
Yeah.
Before I get it, I want to ask because my what's called is going to kind of revert to something I said earlier tonight. But I want to know the answer to this question. If are we in trouble if X leads the teams in receptions?
Yes.
Again, if X leads the team in receptions, are we in trouble? I think no. I think we have a more dynamic quarterback.
Because
we have a more dynamic quarterback. I think we have a quarterback that's going to spread the ball around. So he could lead the team in receptions, and he could have 67
yards.
And Jacoby could have 65. So I think we got a quarterback that's going to spread the ball around a little more, man. I think we'll see more people get the ball. We don't have a one shot, one kill motherfucker hiking the ball, getting the snap. So I don't think it matters. I think we see a more productive offense, and that's what I think we see. I think we see the big plays from the guys on the outside, and I think we see X hurting motherfuckers on third down.
Yep, I agree. To answer the question, my 3 is it's in line with everybody, but once again, I just want to see creativity. Give the defensive coordinators on the other side of the ball something to think about. If you want to put a 4 receiver set out there, or you put JoJo and X on the inside, or Ray and X on the inside, I don't give a damn. Just give him something to think about. Like, hey, who is this right here? What? Who is this? I don't remember him from the film. Who is this? Do we need to guard him and then let him blow your ass up the sideline? I don't care. I don't care. Just make them think about it. If it has to be Isaiah Horton, cool. If you need to put JoJo in for most of the drive and JoJo is picking them apart down the field, and then you put Isaiah Horton for a fade ball from the 10, I'm good with that. Just make this shit make sense and make them think about it. I don't care.
I think when Jameis Winston is your quarterback, I think when Jaden Daniels is your quarterback, that is something to think about. I think that is something to think about when your quarterback is a goddamn threat, and we haven't had it in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I think the problem starts from there, and everything else opens up. And we haven't had a guy like that in a while.
I agree. That, like I said, I just want it to be productive. I just want to see, like, I don't care if X and JG or even Horton get the lion's share of the snaps. I don't care. I just want to see them do something that's going to make other defensive coordinators think. We saw it. See, I wanted to punch a wall when I watched an orbit route win the Super Bowl. I don't know if I talked about that on this channel yet. I watched an orbit route win the Super Bowl with a guy who got traded from the team, spent most of the season off the team, comes back in the playoffs, and we shout out to my old troop. That's her cousin, Miko Hardman. He won the Super Bowl with an orbit route in overtime. It ain't fucking rocket science, people.
Easy play.
Tom and Jerry, whatever they called it, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, man. But look, I would love for Horton to start. Horton 6'4". Again, I just don't think his route running is gotten to where it should be. And that's why I'm like, man, I think JoJo gonna start because JoJo already is a better route runner than Horton. And he just got to college.
As he should be.
Nightcar, I don't know why people keep throwing Nightcar. I think Nightcar is good. I said Nightcar is probably the fastest receiver we've had since Jeff Thomas.
Oh, he's faster than Rashard?
Now the issue is Nightcar going to block? Because you got to block. You know what I'm saying? He's going to run the route the right way. I haven't seen him practice yet, but I'm just telling you what I've heard so far from them doing what they're doing. JoJo is looking like that guy already. So
what does that say? What does that say?
That's the word. That's the word that's coming out of camp. Yeah, when you ask, hey man, who's looking good?
What does that say for Robbie and Ray Ray?
Man, they say Ray Ray. You know, the one issue with Ray Ray too was him learning the right routes.
Oh, so he can catch everything. He's just not running the
yeah, he can catch the ball. Just got to get into the right spot to catch the ball. Robbie, they just got to get him on the field. He got to get on. He gonna have his opportunity this year.
X, have you heard anything about Robbie at cornerback?
Nah, they say he's still on the offensive side.
Have you heard anything about anybody switching positions or being tried somewhere else?
No, not yet. Nothing yet.
Outside of the offensive line, because we know they cross train.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, okay, so they was even. I guess they kind of flirting with the thought of Bobby Washington maybe switching to edge rusher because he's gotten so big.
How loaded that room is?
Bobby is 6'3.5", 230. It's 230. He's 230 right now.
I can see you playing him as
you like that? You
play him
that?
as a jack. Play him as a jack, but do not.
Okay, so Bobby. When I made that comparison about Bobby and Willie Williams, I thought it was the best comparison because I say, look, let them guys attack the guy with the football. I don't trust Bobby out there thinking that much. I trust Bobby to go after the football.
So you're basically saying he's a reiteration of Wesley Bassett.
Well, I think Wesley could think a lot better than him. But I think Bobby, if you say hike and the quarterback has the ball for 4 seconds, I think Bobby gonna kill him.
So you're saying just don't same I just said about offense, don't make it complicated.
Basically.
Third down and long, let Bobby go get the quarterback.
I mean, but you're going to have that same situation with Bobby and Malik Bryant because Malik Bryant is another one I don't want to be thinking. I want Malik Bryant to go after that quarterback.
And we still got Nigel Lee.
I mean, he's on straight defense, but yeah, we'll get on defense on Thursday. But yeah Robbie and Ray, I think they have the opportunity this year because they're both explosive.
Someone says Zach McCloud 2.0. What do you think about that? Not true freshman Zach McCloud. Like my homeboys went to the league and they left me here, Zach McCloud.
The one guy I want to see the most this spring. The one guy I want to see the most this spring is Shamar Kirk. I want to see what he has. I was looking forward to seeing him play a lot last year, man. And he just let me down real bad. So I'm gonna see what he does this spring, man.
What you about to say, KB?
I said that was a good one when he was talking about putting Bobby at the edge, and Sean was saying think Marcus Robinson. I was like, that's a good comparison. If you put him at the edge, I don't want him at the edge, but that's a good comparison.
Like I said, that Jack role that they kind of try to put Jafari in a little bit.
Yeah.
They try to put Cyrus Moss, but is Cyrus Moss in school?
You have to think for that role though, bro.
Nah, Cyrus Moss still ain't get picked up yet. I've heard UNLV was talking to him, but still hasn't got picked up yet.
Hate to see it.
He should have stayed here and switched to tight end. I mean,
he would have had.
Now, if we talking about Jaleel Skinner couldn't play tight end, you know damn well he was not going to play no blocking tight end.
Well, he plays defense, so he kind of likes contact a lot more than Jaleel.
I would have rather him be a rangy safety. You know what I'm saying? If he has hips. Pause.
So those two, so Cyrus Moss and Chaz Williams still hasn't been picked up in the portal yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Who
we looking at for right? If he ain't called you yet, that's an issue though. Who we looking at for actually we're gonna talk about that tonight. I was gonna say who we looking at for punt returner because technically should be an offensive player, but
punt return, kick return. They got Ray Robbie back there, Nikar, Chris Johnson. And
what about my dog from the corner?
The Stafford.
Yeah, Robert Stafford. He getting played some burn.
Yeah. He was getting back there. Well, they said he's gonna be back there for special teams also.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see you're gonna see a lot of Ray and Chris Johnson back there.
Is Chance ain't there yet, right? Because Chance goes to
St. Thomas. Yeah.
I forgot Jordan Lyle ain't on campus either. Ooh wee.
Yeah, Jordan Lyle not there. Chance Robinson not there. Cornerback, he's not there. Who else? It was what four St. Thomas guys, I think. Oh, and Ryan Mack not there. Yeah, so
you said Frederick too, right?
And when Chance, yeah, Frederick too, yeah. When Chance get on campus, I think Chan's gonna push for some playing time. If you see Chance right now, you'll swear Chance either in college or in the NFL. Chan's body is like 6'2", 220. He looks like
for the people
already.
For the people that keep saying, like, every time we say, "Hey man, JoJo might start," and Horton may be fighting for a position, then they be like, "Where Ray at, man? Well, what's gonna happen with Robbie?" Dog, remember the days when we had Roscoe Parrish, Devin Hester, Darnell Jenkins, Lance Leggett, Rashawn Jones, Cyrus Moss, Ryan Moore, all on one team? Y'all remember them days?
That's what I said about the running backs earlier. Street, you was out of here. That's a good problem to have. You want a stable, so you make. But if you're smart, like I said, as an OC, you make a defensive coordinator guess every play who that ball is going to next. If a guy gets in the rhythm, let him get into the rhythm. Let him do his thing, right? Like Rich and KB was doing. But
you got options at wide receiver. You got options at running back. Options at tight end. Dawson is like basically in heaven. He like, man, look,
he a kid in the candy store.
If this doesn't work for Dawson, man, yeah, you the issue there. If anything, I mean, damn.
Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Travis Benjamin, Darius Johnson, Theron Collier, LaRon Bird, Devon Johnson, Kendall Tompkins, Leonard Hankerson, Tommy Streeter. Y'all remember them days?
Yes, I do.
You had options.
when Airman met me, that was one of my favorite teams to watch, man.
Hey, so Streeter, go back to Amari Richards' first year. Remember when Coach Rick got here? Coach Rick was like, "Man, this team ain't got no speed. Where the hell is speed at?" And they had to take for Amari Richards, a true freshman, to come in and have speed.
What year was that?
That had to be maybe
15, 14,
15 or 16, one of those.
2000 and
yeah, Amari Richards, Stacy Coley, and then you had
wasn't Jeff Thomas on that team too?
Well, look at this. Stacy Coley, Philip Dorsett, Herb Waters, Malcolm Lewis got hurt. Then you had Rashawn Scott, Darrell Langham had a big catch, Braxton Berrios, Tyree Brady. Tyree Brady left and balled out somewhere else, didn't he?
He left and went to Marshall. Balled at Marshall.
I think he made it to the league too.
Yeah, he went to the league also.
And they didn't make it camps, but we had Sam Bruce and Mullins hanging out in the background.
And look, that was the freshman class that Rick brought in with Sam Bruce, Mullins, Amari
Richards. Yep. Could you imagine if three of them hit the field at the same time? With Brad Kai as the quarterback?
And I always thought
4 or 5 of those guys on that team went to the NFL. They ain't all stay long, but they went.
And this is going to be crazy to say, but I kind of JoJo reminds me of Deontay Mullins a little bit in terms of just being an athlete. I think Mullins was that guy who could make acrobatic catches and could really surprise you with his play. I think JoJo's kind of like that too.
Yeah, let's just say the catches, because JoJo is far superior athlete than Mullins.
Charles King said JoJo's a Tad Johnson type.
So,
damn.
So, X, we had Stacy Coley, Braxton Berrios, Malcolm Lewis, Lawrence Cager, Amari Richards, Darrell Langham, Dante Mullins, and Sam Bruce.
Remember Malcolm Jenkins?
And I skipped a bunch of people. Y'all remember Danielle Harris?
J.R. Harris? Yep.
Aaron Carney? Chad. I skipped all of them. Chad Allen, Austin, huh?
Harry wasn't that a JUCO guy, right?
Yeah, he was a JUCO guy. He was on that Last Chance U documentary. He beat the team. He beat Last Chance U in the championship.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So damn, we so far from this. We don't forgot what the rosters used to look like, huh? Damn. We used to have 3 good wide receivers.
And I would agree with JoJo looking like Stacy Coley. I would.
Man, one year it was so bad at receiver, man. We had to rely just to throw the ball to the tight ends only.
I want y'all to think about this. Go ahead,
You look at the name. You look at them names you called off. Like I said, 4 or 5 of those guys went to the NFL. That was the year he came in and he got rid of Beard and brought in Dugans and shit. That was a fucking mistake. But
I don't know. I don't think production of the Dugans was bad.
Bro, I remember all that shit, bro. It
wasn't KB. It wasn't KB production, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't fucking.
You had a lot of guys that didn't. Yeah, you had a lot of guys that didn't develop really. Jeff Thomas was one of them.
For sure.
Dugans was the drop. Mark Pope and your boy was dropping the ball, right?
Yeah, Pope and Wiggins and
D Wiggins.
Yeah.
Whoever else. Yeah, that was Dugans, man.
Man, Lamar Thomas was just in there with me and Hayes, right? Real fast before we got here. And we were talking about 7-on-7. I was telling how I seen guys get stars in 7-on-7. I saw Mark Pope get his 4th star or 5th star after balling out in the 7-on-7 game. And then Lamar Thomas said, and then you see what Mark Pope went and did at Miami. I said, damn, dog. Yeah,
that will never make sense to me.
What?
Getting stars at camps. I mean, shout out to Luke Nickel because he just got his 4th star from a camp. But that's insane to me.
No, I mean, but maybe it really isn't. A lot of things go down in shirts and shorts in football. Think about it. The combine. Every time these coaches ask you to come to their school, you're in shirts and shorts. And there's a lot of things that happen in shirts and shorts in football. I don't know why we just look at 7-on-7 and act like you can't evaluate a guy in 7-on-7. Most of the time, the coach see you got on shirts and shorts.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, it seems like we're playing almost too much. It's almost like we're getting lazy because we assume that because they're playing against a equal level, equal caliber of talent in the 7-on-7 circuit, that then translates to pads and helmets, and we obviously see it doesn't. Like 7-on-7, you could be an all-star out there because you don't have as skewed of a field of vision, you don't have as much equipment, you really wearing boxes and a fucking wife beater, if we're being honest, and gloves and shit and cleats. Like you can do a lot of things that you would not necessarily do in a actual football game with pads and I get it, right? The thought process is, oh, he's doing this against Cam Newton team, and they the number 1 team in the minute. They got the number 1 cornerback according to us. That must mean he's definitely worth the 3rd star. Like, but at the same time, it's like your job should be in theory to evaluate tape. Like you go and evaluate film. Now, granted, a film
well,
like
I've seen guys that were good on 7-on-7 and then wouldn't go across the middle and tackle. I've seen it before. I could name a kid right now, but I won't do that. But look at the other side of it, Mehdi. Jeremiah Smith dominates tackle, right? What do you think he does in 7-on-7?
He better dominate 7-on-7.
Right. So if you saw Jeremiah Smith dominate 7-on-7, you wouldn't look at that kid and be like, I bet that motherfucker could play with pads on. What if you saw it the first way? What if the first time you saw him was in 7-on-7? See, the first time I saw Travis Rudolph, I didn't know who he was. And he was dominating. He was out of West Palm. They had a team up. He had a white T-shirt on, and he was out there murking people. And he was 5'9" with a big head. He didn't even look like he looked, but they could not do anything with him. And I didn't know who he was. I asked Larry Brewstein, and he said, "Oh, that's Travis Rudolph." So what I'm saying is it flips the other way. What you're saying is true, but the other thing is that JoJo dominates 7-on-7. And it doesn't change when he puts a helmet on.
That's all I care about. Yeah, if it's equal on both sides, yes.
For the most part, a lot of people forget that 7-on-7 is for the skill positions. And they think just because they don't see an offensive line or defensive line or linebackers out there, they say, oh, well, you can't evaluate it that much. Well, it's for the skill positions. It's for the receiver to go out there and beat a guy one-on-one. It's for the cornerback to try to stop the top receiver.
You're right, X. You're right. Right.
That's what it was
a clown, man.
So it just got put into a different trajectory because now you're getting a lot of people more involved in it. Now you got Cam Newton involved. Cam Newton is one of the most famous people in America. So guess what? Everybody's looking at it more now. It's not just, oh, well, damn, but that receiver just dogged somebody. Oh, no, that's Cam Newton team.
For sure, and I think you
And
talked about
South
earlier.
Florida Express.
We talked about with KB being on South Florida. I think it's a fantastic pivot into actual coaching pads and helmets. What I'm saying is, if y'all saying a guy's dominating on both in both realms, right? 7-on-7 and what's called, that should unequivocally be your 5 stars. I get that, but I think that's the whole point of these travel teams, stuff like that. And obviously there's gonna be guys who get missed because a guy didn't go to a 7-on-7 tryout because he had, calculus homework, but he gets picked up on maybe a sorrier team, but he's the best player on the team. He may not get that 5th star because the team suck. So that's why I said the assessment ain't fair. The same way he might go play at I don't know, Miami High, and he's the one guy. What's my man name? The quarterback that was like 5'9" that played for Miami High.
Roscoe Parrish.
We'll go with him, but that's not. I was talking about more recent. But he goes there and he balls out at Miami High, but you don't give him a fair shot because he never played against bigger competition, right? That's why the transfer portal in high school, as I'll call it, is so prominent now because people want to go where they think they're gonna be successful. In a lot of cases, even they sit on the bench, they're like, I'll just wait my turn.